Feels like it's getting closer, but the question on everyone's mind is, when is the new bull run going to officially start? How is it going to start? How is it going to trick us all? And what clues can we look for in the market today to identify when the new run is going to start? It's building phase at the moment. Building phase is finishing. We're going to take a look at the macro charts. We're going to look at some hopium. There's one thing that Bitcoin's done that it's never done before. And then we're going to dive into some altcoins that have broken out today. I'm going to do things a little bit differently. My goal in this video is to paint a picture in your head. We're going to be using macro charts, we're going to be using fundamental news, and we're going to be using technical analysis to paint that picture in your head to identify when the next bull run's likely going to happen. More importantly, for you to be able to apply this type of strategy, apply this type of thinking to your own cryptos and help you paint that picture in your own mind. You need to prepare, guys. You need to understand exactly what you need to be doing during the course of the bull run. You need to have that strategy. If you don't have a strategy, the bull run's going to have you. Right, okay, so we'll start with the big daddy. Why do we start with the big daddy? It's the market leader. And as far as front running is concerned, as far as the crypto market's concerned, Bitcoin is going to tell us when the new run is going to happen. Bitcoin is going to front run the rest of the crypto market, and the rest of the crypto market needs confidence that Bitcoin has done that before it can jump on the back of it. So as far as the crypto market's concerned, we've got one front runner that we need to identify and we need to follow. That's Bitcoin. So it's trading at $60,016. 60,000 is a strong psychological level that we need to break and close above. We've managed to come back and retest this 60,000, which is a move from the previous swing low to 15% to the upside. Now, the important thing, we say it all the time, the important thing, how are we going to identify when Bitcoin's going to front run the rest of the market? We've got a break, we've got a retest, this is support, and then a move to the upside. That's going to give confidence in the rest of the altcoin market. It's going to give confidence in Bitcoin. All the traders, all the institutions, the ETFs that are buying Bitcoin, they're waiting for one thing, this same confirmation, the same confirmation. So we'll jump back to Bitcoin very shortly. But as far as the news is concerned, what's the market looking like today? See a bit of a mixed bag. You've got Aave up 5.6%. You've got CKB up 20.8%. You've got Casper up 5.6%. And most of the market is actually in the red today. So we're in the midst of a pullback. Now, identifying clues in the market. This is what the narrative is for the crypto market. This has been the narrative for the last 12 months is the Bitcoin ETF. What's the inflows look like? What's the outflows look like? This is the main thing that's in the news that's driving the market at the moment as far as Bitcoin's concerned. And you can see the main one is this, IBIT. This is in blue. This is BlackRock. We keep hearing time and time again, BlackRock haven't sold, BlackRock haven't sold, BlackRock haven't sold. You can see this is the buy-in and this is the selling. This is the outflows. BlackRock hasn't sold, but the news is saying that BlackRock are putting things to ETFs. They're putting all their Bitcoin to, not to ETFs, to exchanges. So if they're putting all their Bitcoin to exchanges, that's indicating one thing, that they're going to be selling, that there's going to be outflows. However, this is telling a different story. 9,200 Bitcoin, that's $550 million. They were taken off exchanges today. Is that BlackRock and is that MicroStrategy? Give that a like. Right, okay, so there's one thing, guys. There's one thing that's happened today. It's one thing that's happened, not today, but there's one thing that's happened recently that's never happened in Bitcoin's history. This has never happened before. We talk about the death cross, we talk about the golden cross. What is the death cross and what is the golden cross? It is when the SMA 100 crosses above the 200, and that's your golden cross. This has happened here, look. This has happened here for the first time in history. You can go back, go back, go back. It's never happened before. So that's as bullish as it gets, guys. We've got a big weekly golden cross. Big weekly golden cross. Right, okay, crypto fear and greed. We were in extreme fear last week, 25, 27, 33, 37. Last week, I was heavily buying in the crypto bullseye portfolio last week. And I said, when the fear and greed is in extreme fear or when it's in fear, historically, that is the best time to be buying, historically. So when it's down here, get that up. When it's down here, bam, new bull run, bam, new bull run. That's the best time to be buying when the markets are in extreme fear. However, the best time that you're going to want to buy, or the best time that most retail is going to want to buy, is when we're in extreme greed. That's when the market's pumping. That's where we're going into a euphoria. That's where people are interested. That's why the news events drive the actual markets, because that's what people hear about. They hear about news events. And it's not just crypto. It's not just crypto. It's traditional macro markets. What do you think FOMC is? What do you think CPI is? It's all driven by news events, guys, the whole market. Right, okay, so how's the bullseye portfolio looking? Nearly breaking even. Right, okay. Is that good? Is that bad? To a certain extent, I'd rather it be pulling back and pulling back, because there's one rule that we've got in the Crypto Bullseye portfolio is we're not allowed to average up. We're only allowed to average down. So when we click our P&L, we click our P&L again. These are the only ones that we can build on, the ones in the red. Once they're all in green, portfolio's dead. That's why I say there's a limited time, there's a limited window for building phase. Once those are all in green, building phase is over. That means the portfolio is done. As far as my capital generation is concerned, I cannot put any more money in there. Building phase is done, and then it'll be going back on to the next phase, which is putting those limit orders at high levels where I think it's going to hit, where it's hit previously in the last 6 to 12 months, and then taking my capital back out and letting the rest ride. So I want to do it, and I want to do it where I'm not putting my own capital in, or I can take my own capital back out at the end of it. So I'll be doing that full and transparent in front of you guys. Every single video that I've done on the portfolio is in the playlist, so go and check that out. Okay, so the Discord. I'll leave a link in the description below, guys. This Discord's starting to build nicely, and we've got lots of nice people in there. So it's all about community, guys. Be a part of a community. How much does it cost? Completely free. We've got our market analysis on there. Share your charts. Got all sorts on here, guys. So get yourself on there and be part of our community. Chart time. Before we do jump into the charts, though, I just want to help paint this picture. I said I was going to help paint a picture in your head, and I just want to talk about the flow of money during different parts of different cycles. So if you imagine a crypto bull run, we said that we looked at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the front runner for our crypto bull run. Bitcoin is going to run before the rest of them, and Bitcoin is going to give the rest of the market that there's a signal that we've got confidence in this market, that this market has officially started a new bull run. The rest of the market, the rest of the crypto market is waiting for Bitcoin to give it that confidence. It's all about the risk factor, guys. Bitcoin's the least risk within the crypto market. So outside of crypto, we can look at other markets. Let me just paint this picture in your head. At the end of this video, I said I was going to paint a picture in your head, and I want that picture painted. So we're going through flows of money. Bitcoin, bull cycle, Bitcoin, bear market. At the end of the bull market, this money is coming out. It's going into dollars. In November 2021, it came out in November 2021, out of Bitcoin, out of the crypto market, into dollars. Why do you think that was? Because the market was in fear. We had a lunar crash. We had Tesla selling their stocks. We had Amazon selling their stocks. We had a big bearish divergence on the weekly chart of Bitcoin. We had indications that the bull run was finishing, and then the bear market was starting. So as the bull run finishes in Bitcoin, the bull run starts in the dollar. Bear market starts in Bitcoin, bull market starts in dollar. Why do you think that is? Because it's the time of the market, guys. When people are flooding out of Bitcoin into dollars, that's probably not retail as well, that's probably institutions. So when money's flowing out of Bitcoin into dollars, that means that the market cycle is changing. Things are getting harder and people need dollars. It means that the macro is going through a bad period. We had all sorts of things going on in the bull run, in the bear market, sorry. You had the war in Ukraine. You've got all sorts of bad negative news that's happening and having a knock-on effect with the markets. Let me give you an example of the Ukraine war. Shouldn't be talking about this, but let me give you an example of this. So you've got stimulus. You've got a bull market going into November 2021. The bear market started, and then we started leveling off. Then you had the Ukraine war. So the bull market ended in one market and it started in the other market. What other market do you think it started in? Commodities, guys, wheat. Why do you think wheat was so important? Because that's what's grown in Ukraine. It's the breadbasket of Europe. So wheat went up because the supply went down. When the supply goes down, the price goes up. And that's exactly what happens. That's helped with inflation, or it didn't help with inflation. It helped put inflation up because of that. Supply and demand, guys, supply and demand. It's all about supply and demand. So what markets can we look to identify that we're in the start of a new bull run? Firstly, we need a weak dollar. Why do we need a weak dollar? When the dollar's weak, people have got more confidence in other markets. So we can look at the dollar, we can look at the DXY. The DXY is the dollar trading against a bag of fiat currencies. The biggest currencies in the world, the main one is the euro, and then you've got the British pound, you've got the Japanese yen, and you've got another bag of currencies. So when those other bag of fiat currencies are outperforming the dollar, that's showing that the markets are more confident. That's showing that people don't care about holding dollars. They're going risk on. Why are they going risk on? They can get more interest. They can get more money out of the markets. It's the time of the market, guys. It's the time of the market. So we want to see a weak dollar, and that's exactly what we've got here. A weak DXY. What do we really need for the crypto market to excel? This is what we need. Bam. Move to the downside on the DXY, drop this support, and then that's going to show that you're going to get more confidence. When the DXY drops, Bitcoin will start pushing up to test its support, its resistance. It'll try and break through as the DXY is falling down here, and there'll be a correlation. The DXY is coming down and Bitcoin is going up. You can look for that correlation elsewhere, guys, and we can look for other markets to lead the way to tell us whether we're due a bull run. This is gold. Gold hadn't broken out and hadn't put in a new high since August 2020. So it's broken out of its new high for the first time. It's putting in new all-time highs. And when people haven't got confidence in the dollar, where do they go, guys? Don't say crypto, it's gold. People go into gold. So gold is putting a new all-time high. That's giving us confidence that the market's about to run. Next thing, NASDAQ. NASDAQ also put a breakout. This was 23rd of November 2021. What was that, guys? What was that? That was the bull market of 2021 for crypto. End of the bull market, bam, end of the stock market, or end of the NASDAQ, until 14th of October 2022. So if we look at that, 14th of October 2022, that's the bottom of the NASDAQ. Then when we go to Bitcoin, and we just look at Bitcoin, what's this? November 2022, guys. So they are correlating. They are correlating. However, the NASDAQ has put through a new all-time high. Gold has put through a new all-time high. Bitcoin still hasn't. So Bitcoin's waiting. They're front running the market, and that's giving us clues that Bitcoin is going to run. The next thing, total market cap. This is total 3. This is excluding USDT, and this is excluding USDC. It's got no stable coins in there. So the total 3, broken out, it's put a local high in, it's come back down, and it's retesting this previous resistance once, twice, 3 times, 4 times as once, twice, 3 times support. So the total 3 is looking healthy. The total 2, this is the whole of the crypto market cap, and this is excluding Bitcoin. So take the big daddy out, and this is the rest of the crypto market cap. This includes Ethereum. You can see again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, broken through, 1, 2 support. It's not as strong as the total 3, but it is strong regardless. Total crypto market cap, this includes Bitcoin. You can see, look, see how high this shelf is. Look how high this shelf is in comparison to total 2. Total 3, why do you think that is? Because Bitcoin's the market leader. Bitcoin's strengthened this chart because it's included. It's not included in this one. It's not included in this one. And then the next thing that we need to do, this is the real driving force between when the altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. This is an important one, guys. This is the one that we're waiting for. This is the big one that we've been waiting for. Bitcoin has been rising in this ascending wedge for 2.5 years. And at some point in the next couple of months, I'm expecting this to drop down. Once we drop down and drop this support, that is going to be the biggest acceleration of altcoins that you've seen in years. So that's what you need to prepare for. This is why the building phases only lasts a little bit. Only lasts a little bit because you've got dominance up here. You've got the dollar at support down here. You've got gold already broken out. You've got NASDAQ already broken out. And you've got the totals at support. Once that breaks through, those entries are all gone. Once all of these crack their support or resistance levels, depending on what market it is, depending on what asset it is, that means that the entries, the killer entries, the building phase is actually over. So there's a limited time here, guys, a limited time. Right, okay, so the altcoins that have broken out. This one hasn't quite broken out. However, this is something that we've been monitoring on the channel for some time. It's holding strong support. It's holding strong support 3 times. Really, what you're waiting for on Jasmy, guys, is this break, a break and a retest. So if you just hold on Jasmy, a break, come back down, this is the area. This is the area I'd be interested in. Sitting at 0.01903 to 0.01971. Where would I be shooting for on Jasmy? Once it's broke, once it's retested, once it's held this as support, this is where I'd be shooting for. Previous high close, 104.84% to the upside. So what does that mean? If you put $50 in, if you put $100 in, you take your $100 out at 104.8%, you've taken out your $100, you've got $100 in. Simple as that, guys. How likely is it to come back and hit here? This was only done in June 2024. This is only a couple of months back. Not shooting for the moon here. That's why I've picked Jasmy. So wait for those conditions to meet. Wait for the break, wait for the retest, and then 100% straight to the upside. Next one, AVAX. AVAX has broken through a descending wedge pattern. Got this descending wedge pattern. It's hit once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Trends confirmed. We've broken through. That one looks good now. That one's looking good now. 2. 103% to the upside to this previous high. That's where it's likely to get a reaction. Same again, guys. If you had $50, if you had $100, whatever it is that you've got, and it's not financial advice, I'm just showing you the method in my madness. $100, bam, just to this previous high. When was that? April 2024, just a few months ago. Not shooting for the moon, definitely not shooting for the moon. Take out your $100. If you put $100 in, that's free money, and then you've got $100 left remaining. Next thing, XRP Healthcare. This one's a bit more high risk, guys. This is a low market cap. However, look how beautiful this chart is. You've had resistance, 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 bam, 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 bam. When it broke through, this put in a new all-time high. This is a relatively new crypto. It's putting a new all-time high, and it went from its previous resistance, bam, 237% to the upside. We've pulled back now, and we've had a break, and now we've had a retest. That one looks good to me. That's sitting at 0.02952. Same again. Exactly the same again. Taking it here, shooting up here, 133%. That means if you put $100 in, you can take out over $100, leave $100 in, and then have a little bit on the side. So that's XRP Healthcare. We've got Cadena next. This one looks nice. See, we've created a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders here. However, it's a bit slanting. I don't like the slanting inverse head and shoulders, but there's one thing that we can do here is wait for the break. The break looks imminent from where price action is currently sitting just to this resistance point. 44% to the upside. So Cadena, wait for the break on Cadena. Ideally, you want to retest, and the retest area for me is going to be between 50 cents and 52.5 cents on Cadena. Next one, this is the one we were talking about yesterday in the video. So 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. You've got a confirmed trend after 3 touches. You've had a little break. He's popped his head through 0.1475. What is the target on this one? We're shooting for up here. That's sitting at 0.35. So from where price action is currently sitting, 136% to the upside. That's conservative. When did this happen? May 24, only a couple of months ago. Right, okay, guys. So check out my other videos. Check out my playlist with my portfolio. I'll keep you fully up to date. Join that Discord group. That's where we keep track of everything. That's where we can chat to each other. That's where we can really start building a community. So get yourself on the Discord. Leave a link in the description below. It's completely free. And then one more thing. Subscribe to the channel if you did find it useful, and I'll see you in the next one.